Had to pause for a bit here, but we're back. So we were the amniotic crew containment. Expendable hardened rubbery sacks for your crew to sleep in. Also doubles as hull protection. Occupies plating. Requires your valence is at least 65. Increases your armor by 13 and your quarters by 5. That sounds amazing. Acquire the Mighty Pen Defensive Library System. What? A pneumatic library staffed by its own rat librarian, armed with many tactical tomes. Occupies your auxiliary slot, requires your hearts is at least 25, increases armor by 5 and hull by 4. Okay. The Mechanical Turk? This mechanical chess player is, in fact, a hoax. It contains a hidden space for a skilled player to sit comfortably within and operate it from within. This might have its own uses, though. Occupies your auxiliary slot, requires your valence is at least 25, increases hold by 1, and your hidden compartments by 1. So we could use that for smuggling. Hey! There are many... no, 2 more things. Acquire the Proserpina Superior Mining Array. A reinforced mining array. It is self-maintaining, removing and expelling waste from your hold. The Proserpina occupies your auxiliary slot, requires your valence is at least 25 and increases your hold by 4. Okay, so same as the canning thing we have right now, except it does mining instead of canning. Acquire Carmille, a forward-mounted cannery that affords the bridge crew an excellent view as your prey is filleted. A cannery mounted in the bridge slot requires mirrors at least 25 and increases armor by 5. Okay, what's the most interesting to me? This kind of is... no, that's not the one. This one. Because we could do some smuggling, although we... well, actually, we might have had our first option for that. Because we can smuggle someone out of a work world. I don't know if it would work for people. Yeah, not sure. But it could. And it seems like a thing we would very much do. So I'm interested. 5 experimental modifications, okay. Can't do the hearts things. The amniotic crew containment seems utterly amazing, but that's 65 bales. I don't think we're there. Montresor chamber. Bridge slot. 4 hold and 4 quarters. I would like having more crew, because I tend to expend them. But... okay, let's check. That's not the button. How do I leave? Return to the arsenal. Shop. Inventory. Slot is shield. This is auxiliary. This is bridge. So we have 1 bridge slot and 1 auxiliary slot. Okay. We could replace our bridge slot, because it's not that great. Where was... this goes in the plating slot. It would be utterly amazing for us, of course. This goes in the bridge slot. 4 hold and 4 quarters, okay. And where does the mechanical Turk go? In auxiliary. Aha, so it would replace our canning thing, which gives us hold. We don't really want to part with it right now. We don't run a trade. Is it 4? I can't go to the other screen because of that. Jesus. That's annoying. This is... well, okay, so this is bridge. This is auxiliary. This gives us hold. It's quite nice. We kind of want that. It costs 12 experimental modifications. And this is 19. Wow, okay. I mean, such a piece I would expect to cost like 2 or 3k, so actually it's not a crazy cost. Yeah, that's it. 4 hole-in-one butchery. So if we do that, and then get rid of that, we have the same storage space. We need to reach 12 for the first thing. What do we trade away? Condemned experiment. These seem pretty hard to get. However, we do have 5. Searing enigma. I don't want to trade that, right? Caged catches. Now we have a use for them. That's good. Munitions we could buy and sell. Cost 60 a piece. So for 10 it would be 600. That sounds okay. We could reduce the cost, of course. Actually, let's do that too. There's a bargain for tea. Where? This is not the place where we were to sell crockery. Oh, right. The Most Serene Mausoleum. Which should be the east-northeast of London. Ah, not to the north-northeast. I messed up a little bit there. East-northeast. So this area. Okay. So let's not buy the dried tea because we won't have space for it, I guess. Here. Maybe we can visit the workshops. Maybe we'll have some new options. Right. Here the society constructs special equipment to further the society's explorations, London's armaments, and the occasional sky captain's adventures. Talk to the engineers, visit the inscribed thingy, or spend an experimental modification to repair 25 hull. Sure. Let's talk to the engineers. Perhaps they'll be willing to furnish your locomotive with advanced equipment. The senior engineer marches across the smoggy workshop floor to meet you. Well, she barks. Sorry, I mean hello. We are frightfully busy. We are examining the effects of vitrification on Murgatroyd's tea. We've just had a breakthrough. There is a gentle explosion behind her, followed by the tinkle of shattering glass. Sorry, must dash. Do visit the arsenal if you are looking for something special. Sure. Visit the inscribed Tinkerer, the most famous or notorious engineer associated with the Royal Society. The inscribed Tinkerer likes her workbench tidy and her tea as strong as the devil's opinions. She believes in iteration, of technology, of society, of people, and her inventions are intended to mitigate specific dangers and obstacles of the high wilderness. A tea-stained notebook bulges with blueprints, and her skin is covered in inky treatments of the correspondence. She raises an eyebrow as you enter her office. Thank God, I was in need of a break. She can provide truly exceptional equipment for her shop if she likes you. Tinkerer's request. If it's work you're after, Captain, I can be of assistance in that department. Sure. The inscribed Tinkerer produces a slim notebook. The correspondence, Captain. The incandescent language. The Pentecostal tongues of the stars. She invites you to examine the broken sigils that score her skin, mirrored in her notebook. I've heard of a unique sigil I've not come across before. It's been cited by students in Traitor's Wood, by an old friend in the mausoleum, and by my least favorite person in Pan. As a captain, you could get to those places and confirm the sighting. I'd give you access to a few of my unique designs, should you wish to help. Definitely, yeah? Okay, so Most Serene Mausoleum. Another reason to go there. Inscription. Well, no, let's write the character that asked us to do that. Tinkerer. As well as Traitor's Wood. Where is it? Here. Somerset Camp. Where we have to go next year to fetch the vituperative classicist who should have done her thing there. And then in Pan, which I would expect to be in another region, perhaps Eleutheria, I don't know. Pan. Okay. What was the last option? Right, repairing. Okay, do we try to... Well, let's first see the other options. Do we have anything new? Celestial Exhibition, no, that's trading stuff that we don't want to trade. Nels Tower. Right. Let's do that first. Deliver the senatorial professor permission to move the telescope. You have paperwork from London that could plausibly justify him continuing his researches into the connections between the stars. Interesting. The ascent to the telescope is arduous and up an improbable number of winding? Stone stairs. Winding, yeah. At the top waits the telescope, gargantuan and gleaming as a slumbering dragon in its lair. The professor bounds up the last few stairs and hurries you to pull the chains that raise the dome, while he fiddles with the machinery to lower the telescope to eye level. An assistant is on hand to do the actual work. Read your patron's latest reports. Over there, the buzzsaw says through a mouthful of muffin. On the desk, for your perusal. Progress. Slow and inexorable as the spinning of a spider's web, but progress all the same. A stray observation based on the patches of luminosity in the sky and the correspondent darkness between others. The constellations are politic. Are they political animals? How is the quote translated in English? I guess that's it. But anyway. Okay, well. We could do that again. Will we just keep getting secrets, or will we eventually have something more? Well. We've bought what we could buy? No. There we are. Although I guess... Let's not do that, because we are gonna have... If we trade and get a new piece of equipment, we'll have the old piece of equipment on board. Portsmouth House. The arsenal. What do we give? We need to reach 12. We are at 2. We have a bunch of uses for uncanny specimens, so I'm not too sure I want to give them away. I don't mind parting with one condemned experiment. Let's do that. 7. It could just be a second condemned experiment. They're tough to get, but we've not seen a use for them yet. What's that? No, thanks. Then pop up. Vision of the Heavens, that's just one. We could trade otherworldly artifacts. I guess we'll trade that. Okay. Another condemned experiment. The energetic mechanic's eyes widen as they begin to grin. Goodness, it's been some time since I got my hands on something like this. The mechanic's fingers twitch reflexively. I shall tell Albert to lay out my things and clear my schedule for the next, week. Sure. So we could get that. Or we can get anything but the amniotic crew containment, which we... Actually, could we use it? No. Let me see... Status. 67. Well. Well. 13 armory, 13 armor, and 5 crew. Well, that sounds amazing. I mean, I'm interested in pretty much everything that's here. This is 19 experimental modifications. We could trade out the worldly artifacts for that, that would be fine. So what are our options? We could just get that, replace the plating with that, and I guess plating is 10 armor. Is it the way it is formulated? Where is it? Come on. Here. 10 armor. Okay, so it's just 10 hull points. So it's slightly more armored, but most importantly, 5 crew. Which does not sound as useful actually as more hold for now. Does it? We do want more crew and more hold. Ah, jeez. I don't know. Four crew in 4 quarters. So that's just a flat 4 more hold. Well, that's a flat 5 more crew and 3 more hull points. Mechanical Turk. I will eventually be interested in that. It costs only 5. Well, I could get this and that for 17. And then we would lose the cannery capacity, but gain a total of 1 hold and 1 hidden compartment. That's not that much actually. Though the hidden compartment could end up being quite useful. I guess we don't have a use for that right now. Perhaps we just get that for now. Yeah. For now we just get that. And then next time, if we have stuff to smuggle, we can buy that. If we do not, then we could get that. That sounds fine. Okay. Acquire the Montrésor chamber. There we go. It has some quirks, the energetic mechanic says, but I'm sure you'll figure them out. The funding, alas, ran out before I could achieve all I wanted. I had hopes of a whole collapsible cellar, but time, money, etc. Okay. Four more hold. That's pretty nice. Check our orders again. Caddies of dried tea for the Clockwork Sun. Oh, I had not written that down. We have 3 orders for the Clockwork Sun. Dried tea, literature, bombazine, and I think they also want 3 permits. Well, that's getting quite valuable. And we could deliver that to the Most Serene Mausoleum. Okay, well, let's get doing stuff. We could buy all the tea. We would like to find the Most Serene Mausoleum. It's east-northeast, so around that part. If we go looking for that, we are kind of gonna want some more fuel and supplies to be safe. Do we need to be safe? I think I'm just gonna get all of the tea. Do we try to go to the mausoleum, or do we just hit London to stash stuff? We still don't have the literature for the Clockwork Sun. I think we have the bombazine. Well, we'll go explore a bit in dark this way. We won't go too terribly far, because we don't have too much fuel and supplies. Perhaps we find it, perhaps we don't. We just won't take any risks. Our terror is quite high too, yeah. Well, discovering the mausoleum would get our terror down, because we've never seen it yet. This not going away tells me that it likely is a place. It could be the deep. Mind you mark the way back, Captain, says the stalker. The arms vault is a labyrinth. Actually, I do not know whether the most serene mausoleum even sells fuel or supplies, so it could be quite risky trying to go there. I guess we send the scout away. If we find it, good for us. If we don't, we just go to London. Something. Right here? Okay. Might as well. Scout away again. That's something to mine, sadly. It found something. Which is not a station, apparently. How much would it cost us? We can always come back to the Royal Society, actually. So we need to keep, let's say, more than one fuel and more than one supplies. Actually, terror is kinda high. We could get bad events. Scout away again. The resurrection men haunt this place. They do not abide witnesses. Station. Oh, okay. That's a graveyard. We interact with it, but will not tarry. Reduce terror. We're gonna fail. Would this up our terror? It's possible, so I won't take that chance. Hi. We will ignore you. The broken sun is a warning that nothing may impede the progress of Empire, not even the stars. The Chiropterous Harder will not come out of the wall, and the low, hungry chittering rattles through every pipe. What? Is that a place? Hollow's Haven? Apparently not. Please help me. Okay, I just hope they sell fuel and supplies. Where do we dock? Yeah, the most serene mausoleum.